What's going on, everybody, and welcome back to Comic Breakdown. With this video, we are jumping into Superman Action Comics issue number 1045. As we continue on with the Warworld Saga, we have seen Superman and his forces. They've been able to get the upper hand. This causes Mongul to do something drastic, which means that Superman and his allies, they're gonna have to split their forces if they have any chance of winning this battle. Now, make sure that you guys have subscribed to the channel, you've smashed that like button, and with that being said, let's dive into this breakdown. Alright gang, so as we dive into Action Comics 1045, I have been thoroughly enjoying everything going on with this story. A story that is giving us Superman at his truly best. But today, for him and his forces, they have suffered a huge loss. The Citadel has fallen. The teacher has gotten free. Because this citadel had been attacked not only by Mongul's forces, but what they refer to as the Unmade. Darling, back on the battlefield, once upon a time had been attached to Orphan, somehow being able to operate without Orphan. It is more untamed and dangerous than ever before. We also have Omak who is on this battlefield, but that is not the only weapons that Mongul has sent after them. This is where we see Apollo descend down on all of these individuals, and he starts vaporizing entire platoons as he burns everything down to ash. The forces within the Citadel, they are taken out in the blink of an eye, what they refer to as Black Razor. This is Light Ray, because Mongul has infected them. Now that's just Light Ray and Apollo. Omak, they are working specifically because they are trying to help Light Ray. This group, referred to as the Unmade, they made their way through the Citadel forces in the blink of an eye. In a matter of moments, this battle was over as soon as it began. Suffering such a great defeat, Superman and his more or less council, made up of not only locals but Manchester Black, Midnighter, and Natasha Irons, and they are discussing what their next course of action is going to be. Many of the locals, they are believing that this is over, that Mongul has won this war, believing that it is inevitable for him to show up on the doorstep, because right now he is coming for the fire of Olgrun, the secret mysterious power that is held inside of Warworld. Nobody has ever been able to find it. It could quite possibly be nothing more than a story of myth. Many of them believing that it is time to discuss the Star Forges again, because the Star Forges, they will destroy pretty much the entire planet. Shutting down those Star Forges would also bring down the rule of Mongul. But what Natasha has in mind isn't blowing one up, but is stealing one. She has been able to have brief communication with John Irons, and they were discussing building a reactor that would make Genesis energy stable. If they were able to take that, convert the radiation output from even one star forge, they could produce a different kind of sun. A sun that would power all of the once upon a time Kryptonians on this planet. Of course, this is all theoretical. They also bring up the fact that Mongul is on his way. They have got so many weak and injured people that they simply cannot walk, as all of them bicker on what they should do next. This is where Superman steps up and he breaks up all of this arguing. As he begins to speak, he lets Krylux and the others know that this fire of Olgrun, it may be the ultimate powerful weapon, but he also believes that they don't need it, because these ultimate weapons, they always have some way of corrupting the user, believing that this weapon would only cause more destruction, trying to let him know that we don't need to go get it, it can stay where it is. The problem is, Mongul will be going for this weapon, and he is not an individual to carry the same restraint that Superman would. Right now, him and his Unmade, they are decimating their lines. He is on the cusp of godhood. Superman admitting that he is right. They cannot let Mongul get their hands on this weapon. Unwilling to lose this day, they have to pursue every option that will give them the advantage. advantage. Because of this, he splits them up into teams, sending Midnighter, Enchantress, and Manchester Black up to the surface to really check on their defenses and make sure that the lines don't break. He also tells them to find the source that is controlling their teammates, that destroying this source of control is their top priority, because right now more than ever, they need their friends on their team. Natasha, Leoneth, and Orphan, they are all headed to the Genesis reactor, trying to get to Engine City 1, all in hopes that they can hotwire one of these forges. While Superman and Krylux, they are going to be going to find the fire of Olgrun. As each of them head off on their own mission, approaching the gates, we have Light Ray and Omak. What we are learning is that Omak is only here to try and rescue Light Ray, even saying that Omak would have killed them both by now, but she is not giving hope that there is some way out of this, that Light Ray wouldn't give up. Not only that, but Superman would not give up, that she fights for Mongul only because of Light Ray. And so if the control can be broken on Light Ray and Apollo, we could very easily see the battle turn into their favor, as everybody heads off in their own very specific mission. Picking up with Natasha, it doesn't take them long to find the Star Forge, but getting there wasn't necessarily the problem. Once arriving, they quickly realize that they have run into a trap. Darling coming out of nowhere. The teacher has reprogrammed Darling. In no need of Orphan any longer, it can operate completely without it. And now it is much more dangerous and much more aggressive. As they fight this battle, we have Superman with Krylux and some children. These small young children, Midnighter has suggested go with Superman, because right now as it stands, there is no safe place for anybody to be. Whether it be an army standing at their front gates, or deep down inside of this planet where it is nothing but mystery. As they make their way to some kind of doorway, Superman is let known that this doorway has never been here before, but this place, it also changes like a moving labyrinth. It is never the same. This is just one way that this power is protected inside of the core of this city, inside the depths of this planet. As they open up the door, this is where they see By-Law. By-Law greeting them and wondering when they would finally find this place. For Superman, this makes absolute sense, because by law, he has known much more than anybody else on this entire planet about what is at the heart of everything. He goes on to explain that he is nothing more than a servant, than a storyteller. What he is a servant of is the gods of the first world, created to hide and protect this place, because from within it lies a living remnant of Olgrun, god of gods. That remnant is his flame, the fire from which all of Warworld had grown. By law has been tasked with repelling anybody that would come to seek this power for their own. Superman letting him know that he is not here to redeem some dead god. The only reason that he has even showed up is so that he can keep it out of the hands of Mongul. He also knows that the odds are stacked against him, that whatever is inside of there, it might be able to help some of these people, the ones being massacred and slaughtered, asking by law to step aside. And he tells Superman that he would very well give this power over to him, that he would step aside and let him do what needs to be done. But he does not have the power to give this treasure. He can only give him the opportunity to prove himself worthy. And what we see is some kind of giant monster appearing before them, being told to step forward and prove himself to be master of Warworld. And that will be the end of this issue. So let me know what you guys think down in the comments. You know, I am still holding strong on this being an absolutely phenomenal line. From the artwork to the story, it is 100% fantastic. And I love that we are diving into Warworld. We're drawing new connections to Jack Kirby's fourth world. And stories like this are just so much fun because it shows us the best parts of who Superman is. Even without all of his amazing power, he is still such a huge symbol for hope. Those around him are always greatly inspired. His ability to drive on, to not concede, to always find the right way to do things. This is what makes him such an inspiring leader, such a powerful figure. So many wars and battles have been won on simply hope alone, that it is such a powerful thing. And Superman comics, action comics, they truly do show us how that power can be harnessed in the best of ways. This has been an absolutely huge story arc, but we are nearing the end. So let me know your thoughts, let me know your theories. If you would like to get completely caught up on everything going on with Action Comics, be sure to check out the link in my description as well as the top of this video. It will get you completely caught up on everything going on with this series. If you would like to support the channel, you can always do so by hitting the Super Thanks button. This button will let you donate directly to the channel, and every little bit helps us out. Now, if you can't do that, do me a favor, subscribe to the channel, like this video, hit that notification bell, and until the next breakdown.